Hello my Wolfpack and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Competitive Guide video. So today we're covering Beheeyem, I think that's how you say it, I'm never sure how to honestly say its name. But today we are updating for Generation 8 Beheeyem because it does get access to Expanding Force now, so I've got a set for that later on in the video. If you would like to check out a few more sets, there will be a card up in the corner right now for you to be able to go and have a look at these other sets. Obviously, I would appreciate if you watch most of this video before going to that card, but that is there as an option as well. So, Beheeyem, we've got 3 sets today, 2 generic, 1 Dynamax. Let's jump straight in. We've got the first set, your very generic Beheeyem, is a Choice Specs. Now, this can work really well in a Trichrome scenario, so if you have a Pokemon obviously with Trichrome, lowering down your speed by having a Quiet Nature instead is definitely an option as well. On here, ability-wise, I have put Telepathy. I don't know why I put Telepathy, but you could probably go for Synchronize or Analytic here, either one of them. So Analytic, if you go for the Trichrome team, not necessarily going to work for you, but if you're going for just generic, then I'd go for Analytic. If not, I'd go for Synchronize. So, move-wise, we have got Energy Ball, powerful Grass-type move, hits a variety of different Pokemon, including things like Rock types, Ground types, and Water types are super effective damage. You've got Dark Pulse, good coverage move for different Pokemon, including Ghost types, which you are weak to. Flash Cannon, which can hit things like Fairies, it hits Ice types, it hits Rock types as well, and it probably hits some form of other typing, but those are the 3 main ones, and it's a powerful attack. And then I've gone for Psyshock. You could always go for Psychic if you want to, but I like going for Psyshock because it goes on the defense rather than the special defense. Now, if you have a Pokemon that is very special defensive, such as Chansey, come in and you go for the Psyshock instead, you can really take down on the defensive side, which obviously Chansey has a next to no defense, and do a lot more damage. So that is my thinking on having Psyshock on here. There are always options to run things like Life Orb on here instead of Choice Specs if you don't want to be locked into a move. EVs, we've got max HP and max special attack with a modest nature, so more special attack, less attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. Yep, so doing as much damage as you can. As I said, if you're going for Trichrome, go for that quiet nature, lower down your speed, possibly even consider doing Rune Service, but realistically you're going to be the slowest field in the field, so I don't think that's really a worry. Moving on to the second set for Beheeyem, this is a Trichrome set, so this is setting up the Trichrome. Now you can always run this as a variant with Trichrome on that previous set, but this is a more defensive version of that set, being able to set up Trichrome maybe multiple times in one match. So on here I've got leftovers, increasing up our HP every single turn, because realistically you're going to be taking hits. Synchronize is probably your best option for your ability here, just in case you get Toxic, for example, you can put that onto the other Pokemon. Trichrome lowers the speed or changes the dimension, so the slower Pokemon act first, and then the faster Pokemon act last, so Trichrome can be really nice. I'm actually really liking Trichrome at the minute. If you couldn't tell, a lot of my sets do have a Trichrome version for Pokemon that are slow, but I'm really loving Trichrome at the minute. I think Trichrome's a really handy thing to utilise, especially with obviously a lot of the more powerful Pokemon being slower in their speed. Psychic, powerful Psychic type move. Again, your good stab, hits a lot of Pokemon move. Recover, obviously having that ability to heal because you're going to be setting up Trichrome is definitely beneficial. And finally, I've put Toxic on here. Toxic is a transfer in the move, so you will have to transfer from Generation 7 or before. But Toxic allows for you to start racking up damage on different Pokemon. It also helps you to stop any setup sweepers in their track. Well, not stop them in the tracks, but slow them down. Either they're going to set up fully and then not have enough time to sweep your team before they faint or switch out, or they are going to partly set up and not be able to sweep your team because they haven't got enough power behind them. So I find Toxic works really nice with that. You also have access to Thunder Wave if you don't want to go for Toxic. Now, Thunder Wave and Trichrome on the same set is an interesting choice, I know, but if, let's say, that they have a really slow team as well, so Trichrome isn't really viable because you would essentially be similar on your speed tiers, then Thunder Wave can be a good option for slowing down those Pokemon even more, and then your team will outspeed them. So rather than having a dead Pokemon essentially with a Trichrome, you can go for that Thunder Wave instead. So that is my thought with that. Eevee's got max HP and max special defense with a sassy nature, so more special defense, less speed, and 4 EVs in special attack, just boosting that Psychic ever so slightly. You can always go max HP, max defense if you want to. It's entirely up to you. I think special defense works a little bit better just because of that increase in your special defense base anyways. Finally, we have a Dynamax set for Beheeyem. I've put Terrain Extender on here. Now, you could always go for something like Life Orb if you want to. You could go for Room Service if you're going for like a Trichrome version, or you could go for something like Red Card. Lots of different options here, and even Psychic Seed works as well. But Terrain Extender extends your terrain from 5 turns to 8 turns. When you Dynamax and use your Expanding Force, that will set up the Max Mindstorm, setting up the Psychic Terrain. So Expanding Force will be 1.5 times powerful and hit all foes in the field. If you could think of a good, reliable partner to Trichrome with Beheeyem, that would be really good. Obviously, then the Room Service becomes a lot more viable as an option for the item. You've got Thunderbolt, which is obviously a powerful electric type attack, good for coverage. It can set up the electric terrain if you need it, for example, for things like Alolan Raichu, which uses the Surge Surfer ability, or anything with Rising Voltage. That's always an option there as well. Flash Cannon, in order to increase up your defense. As I said, your defense is a little bit low, so increasing that up will help you a little bit. And then I've put Nasty Plot on here. So Nasty Plot has 2 functions. One, it can be max guard when you're Dynamaxed if you don't want to take another attack, and you've also got the ability to increase your special attack from 383 to well over 700, and obviously that Expanding Force on top of Stab, on top of that Psychic Terrain boost, on top of the 1.5 times boost, will be absolutely destructive. So if you can come up with a combination to have the Expanding Force, Nasty Plot situation together with Beheeyem, and then have the option for another Trichrome user, then that's definitely going to be an amazing combination, I think, in my opinion. Eevee's got max HP and max special attack with a modest nature, so more special attack, less attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. Anyways, that is all for today, so I hope you enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Anyways, I'm out of here, so have a good one, and I'll see you soon.